By shooting a bullet at this mirror image of the Flash, I doom the real Flash.
Featuring an amazing duel between the man of super speed and his most dangerous foe, the Mirror Master's magic bullet. In the duel between the sizzling man of super speed and his tricky antagonist, the Mirror Master, the Flash was confident of victory until a surprise trap was sprung on the speedster and turned him into an obedient slave of his foe, the Mirror Master's magic bullet.
What a stroke of genius on my part to paralyze Flash's will by means of my magic mirrors, and then imprison him this way, like a genie in a bottle. Now he must do my bidding, whatever I say.
As police scientist Barry Allen, alias The Flash, notices something on the official teletype machine in his laboratory. Interesting. For days, ever since the Mirror Master broke jail by one of his fantastic mirror tricks, I've been hoping to get on his trail. And now, maybe I've got a lead. Editor's note. The Mirror Master, one of the Flash's trickiest foes, previously appeared in Flash 105 and 109. And the Duke of Ferrand will unveil this afternoon a fabulous collection of antique mirrors that he has brought to this country, heirlooms of his family for centuries. A fabulous collection of mirrors. Unless I miss my guess, this is bound to attract the Mirror Master like a honey hive draws bees. It may be Flash's chance to capture him. Later, as Barry approaches the Museum of Antique Arts, I've managed to get headquarters to assign me as part of the police protection for the Duke of Ferrand's exhibition at this museum. Inside, after Barry's police badge has served as his introduction to the titled visitor. And this is my daughter Bettina, Mr. Allen. Pleased to meet you. Would you like Bettina to show you around the collection, Mr. Allen? She knows as much about it as anyone. I'd be delighted. As the police guard gets a guided tour by the lovely Bettina. This mirror comes from Roman days, Mr. Allen. It's not of glass at all, but of highly polished metal. And this hand mirror, ringed with gems, is reputed to have been used by Marie Antoinette. It seems a pity your father has to part with all these, Miss Bettina. Yes, but we must, Mr. Allen. Taxes are so high in England now that father must realize the cash from these mirrors in order to keep our estate going. Outside, another visitor is about to make her appearance. Barry and I have a sort of date. When I told him over the phone I'd been assigned to this exhibition by my paper, Picture News, he said he would be here too. But he didn't say why. I might as well go in. Barry will be late, as usual. As Iris West enters the hall, how about that? There's Barry, And he is on time. And I see why. And a moment afterward. Oh, there's Iris now. Hi, Iris, I was just. Huh? She walked right past me. I must remind myself never to speak to Barry Allen again as long as I live. Meanwhile, as Barry suspected, the collection has aroused someone else's attention.
By renting this apartment alongside the museum and setting up a few hidden mirrors, I can view the fabulous collection at my leisure. No one in there realizes that the Mirror Master is about to pull one of his famous coups. But I'm wasting time.
As a pre-cut section of the wall between the two buildings becomes an aperture.
Ready or not, here I come. I need this mirror collection for my own collection.
And then, great Scott, it's the Mirror Master, and he's carrying off the Roman and the Marie Antoinette mirrors. A moment later, in the room, a lightning-like transformation takes place at invisible super speed. There he goes, through that big hole in the wall. But luckily, I was ready for him. He won't get far. Editor's note. The Flash uniform, which Barry carries in a secret compartment in his ring, expands on contact with the air like a Navy life raft at sea. In the adjoining apartment as the Scarlet Speedster zips after his quarry. There he is. I'll have him in a moment. But the next moment,
He crashed into my mirror image. My nemesis, the Flash, should have realized I'd have a mirror trick up my sleeve. Huh? That blow didn't knock him out. Still coming at me.
all your tricks won't help you, my clever friend. Almost cornered, the Wizard of Mirrors is forced to think at super speed.
It's only fitting that I should make my escape by means of mirrors. If not mirrors of my own, then the ones I've just stolen.
Throwing the Duke's precious mirrors out the window, they'll be smashed unless... The next instant, at all costs, I've got to save those mirrors for Bettina and her father. Editor's note. By means of his extraordinary speed, the Flash is enabled to defy gravity itself and can run up and down buildings at will. Caught them just in time. Now, if only I could catch the Mirror Master as easily as this. But scarcely seconds later, gone. He must have moved pretty fast himself. But what's this? A key. The Mirror Master must have dropped it in his haste to flee. The key doesn't fit this lock, so it must be the key to another place. Possibly the secret hideout of the Mirror Master. And maybe this means I may still be able to capture him. But first, I'll put these stolen mirrors back where they belong. And Flash, in a thrilling chase, followed the Mirror Master out of here. Have you got that? Rewrite? After replacing the mirrors, Flash again speeds past the phone booth. Iris is so busy phoning this story into her newspaper, I'll bet she's never noticed that Barry Allen is no longer around. And by the time she does notice it, I may be back as Barry again. To anyone else, this would be an insuperable task. I intend to try this key in every apartment door in this city at super speed until I find the one it fits. Meanwhile, in the Mirror Master's hideout.
My fleet-footed foe ought to be here any minute. He doesn't realize I left that key for him on purpose. For a long time now, I've known I had to settle with the Flash. He interferes with me too much. And today was the last straw. Recently, I prepared the means to deal with my nemesis, this mirror duplicator, a device of my own invention. Anything that happens to an image in that mirror will happen to the person himself who casts the image. And I've arranged for something interesting to happen to Flash as soon as he gets here.
I must have already tried the key in about 100,000 doors in this city, but no luck yet. Got to keep going. Split moments later. This one fits.
The Flash. I'd better get ready.
Then,
I've been expecting you, my friend.
the Mirror Master.
The vibrations created by my magic bullet fired into the mirror duplicator have paralyzed the Flash. I had to lure him to me so I could overcome him here, and thus put him completely in my power.
And when Flash opens his eyes, not long after,
All my life I've wanted someone to perform my commands, a sort of perfect servant to do my bidding. In other words, a genie in a bottle. And now at last I've got one.
Editor's note: in the ancient story, an all-powerful genie, or magic spirit, was imprisoned in a bottle and forced to do anything for the hero who released him.
For who could be a more perfect servant than Flash, the super speedster, capable of all sorts of wonders? And he must do as I tell him now, for my vibrations have paralyzed his will.
As the triumphant master of mirrors prepares to make use of his blank-eyed captive.
Come forth, my servant. Come forth and learn my bidding. The smoke isn't absolutely necessary, but I like to do things dramatically, and a genie should appear with proper stage effects. You're supposed to say, "What does the master command?"
I can't help myself. What does the master command?
Excellent. I can see you're going to be a great genie. Now hear this. I've heard that the taste of fresh Arabian figs is indescribable. Only we never get them fresh in this country. So, I command you to go to Arabia, pluck some figs for me from the trees there, and come right back. Hurry, be off.
Yes, master. As the spellbound speedster dashes off on his bizarre errand. Something wrong with my mind. I know I shouldn't be taking orders from the Mirror Master, but something is forcing me to. Over the very ocean itself dashes the fastest man alive, on his way to complete his reluctant task. Editor's note: just as a shell will skip over the waves if thrown fast enough, so the Incredible Flash travels so quickly he can run right over the water. And in hardly more than seconds, the Flash is back with his exotic burden. Fresh figs.
Ah, the fruits of Araby. Now that's what I call service. But while you were gone, I got the yen to hold some snow from the highest peaks of the Himalayas, the top of the world as they call it. My slightest wish is your command, you know.
Yes. And a moment or so later, even moving at super speed, I get a chill up here. Almost 30,000 feet high. and soon.
Wonderful. I'll use the snow to keep the figs fresh. I can see that up to now I've never really lived. But still, it's necessary to get down to business. And my business is thievery. Since you prevented me from stealing those valuable antique mirrors, Flash, I've decided to make you steal them for me. On your way, pal. Get going.
But at the mirror exhibition, instants afterward, something's happened to me as I was going for these mirrors. If I'm right, it's a sign that the mirror master, in his greed, has pushed me too far. Back at super swift time speed, speeds the Crimson Comet.
Flash, you've returned without the mirrors. What does this mean?
It means that your game is up, Mirror Master. You overplayed your hand. As the Master of Mirrors is caught up in a paralyzing vortex of fast-moving air. You may have heard that under hypnosis a person will not do anything he would not normally do anyway. You cannot hypnotize an honest person into committing a crime. And the spell you put me under was like hypnosis. When I reached out a hand for those mirrors at the exhibition, something within me snapped, and I was myself again. Unfortunately for you. That evening, at the Picture News office, after the cunning crook has once again been placed under custody. But Iris, I tell you, Bettina means nothing to me. I was at the exhibition officially as part of the police guard.
Oh, that's different, Barry. I didn't realize. And it explains why I didn't see you after the Mirror Master showed up. You went out after him, didn't you?
That's right, Iris. And who knows? I might have caught up to him if the Flash didn't beat me to it. The end.